up, guys? This is Tabletop Vibes, and today we're doing part 2 of my Magic the Gathering journey, and it's been a blast. As of last time, I picked up a Commander Precon deck, Mind Flayers, Captain Nagathrod. I got to test it out yesterday. Not gonna lie, the first game was not. It was good. We were all really close. I actually read the commander wrong the first time. I understood it wrong. So his Horrors Control have Menace, means that you have to use 2 people to block, I believe, if I can remember correctly. And then whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. And then at the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature card in an opponent's graveyard that was put there from their library this turn. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. It's huge. But you have to have your commander out. Also, I thought it was only when we deal combat damage. And so I was like, oh, what the heck? But the bottom part states whenever I have people mill that turn. Well, I was having people mill all the time. So I can then look through those mill cards and take a creature of my choice and put it under my control. Now, so some of the things that I started to realize is because everything is based off of the milling aspect of this is based off creature horrors that mill. It's kind of incentivizes me to then pull my own creatures from my own graveyard to play, possibly, if I mill my own cards. But it's also really fun to have other people's cards. So I was playing against somebody, and they were playing green-red, right? Big monsters, aggression. And they had a 12/12 Elder Dinosaur in the mix of all their cards, and I ended up milling it, and I was able to play the 12/12 onto my side of the field against them. We were playing 3-player Commander, and so it was like that moment was epic. Like I was like, "This is great," right? So that was really fun. The second game, when I figured out how my Commander actually operates, I did it really well. Like, I was like, okay, I had a good engine. The first game as well, I don't think I had enough mana to start. So that was kind of a problem. I should have probably mulliganed and drew one less card to then see if I can get more mana. And I didn't shuffle my cards good enough as well. So, note to self, basic noob mistake. Shuffle your cards and make sure you start off with 2 to 3 mana, obviously, to help push the engine on the ramp of my cards. I did start looking at, and I did buy some singles cards that I want to integrate into the deck. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I got Geode Golem, Artifact Creature Golem. I'll put it up on the screen. I don't want to have to read this for all of you guys so you can see it. Phyrexian Obliterator. So I was trying to look for a lot of different creature horrors. So if you guys have suggestions on mill creatures or things that mill cards or have that kind of power, this is a blue-black deck. So yeah, I got Animate Dead. It's an enchanted dead creature. I picked up Castle Lochwain. Just looks really cool. It honestly looks like a Star Wars battleship, but it's not. I also picked up Elder Brain and Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Dude looks just freaking awesome, to be completely honest with you. Looks badass. Hostage Taker and Fenix, God of Deception. And then Toxrill the Corrosive. So I picked up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, pretty much 10 new cards to add into the deck. Obviously, I'm still playing my deck standard before I do this kind of stuff. I'm not really sure how I want to take it or what I want to implement, but these were kind of creatures and different cards that I saw that I was like, hey, it seems like it could work good with a mill deck / my commanders. It's all about creature horrors and things like that, so let's put some other kind of cards in. I think the coolest thing about this deck, though, is how frustrated my opponents were with, like, they're waiting for a great card, or you have a great card inside your deck, and you're like, yep, I'm going to pull this card. And then I'm over here just making people mill, which obviously is the point of the deck, for sure. But like watching it in play, like when the synergy starts to happen, was pretty epic. Where I was like, "This is great." I also have a card that I added. Yeah, I'm not sure if I added it or not, but I think I did add it. It's called Court of Cunning. And if supposedly like okay, so another thing I just learned about the Monarch being the Monarch. I also need to get a card still for this, or a token. I don't know. Is it a token card? I'm not sure, but I need to have the thing to identify that I'm the Monarch or the Monarch is in play. So like essentially, Court of Cunning says if I'm the Monarch and I start my next turn, everybody mills 10 cards. If not, I think they only mill like 3. If I'm not the Monarch, you mill 3. But like that's awesome. That's just on top of like my commander ability, on top of any other cards I'm playing. So like again, it's really fun to watch people like mill. I was playing against the red-green deck. They're pretty powerful stuff. It's fun to have. At one point, I had one of my cards triggering the upkeep and one of my cards triggering the end step, and it was exiling top and bottom card into an exile pile that I could then spend mana to throw out those cards. I learned a really good, valuable lesson. Oh, let's see if I can find this card. I'll try not to take a lot of time doing this. Where I like messed up hardcore. So it's a horror creature, and he's 9/9 to play out, which is like that's pretty dang powerful. And I was super excited about it. But essentially, what happened is he needs to have 3 characters, 3 other characters, not that opponent controls, underneath my control in my battlefield, essentially, and then he becomes a creature. Here he is, Arnivox the Mind Flail. So this card is literally awesome, but not if I don't have 3 people in play. So I learned the hard way. I put him down. I didn't have any other creatures because the person I was battling against made me mulligan my entire hand. I drew, since my deck wasn't really shuffled very well, I drew like 4 lands, which is not bad. But then this was like the only like actual creature in play, or creature-ish card. So I played it down. I was super excited to get it out to the table, and then the turn before I played it, they wiped out 2 creatures that I had that was my opponent's that I was controlling, and then this guy's not worth anything. He's a 9/9, but now he's sitting in my tableau, in my play area, in my battlefield, and I can't block with him. And I was like, that's where like it really sucked. So the first game I lost first out of the 3 people. But that was my biggest mistake. I didn't realize that if I didn't have 3, he couldn't even block. I think I got just super excited about the fact that I had a 9/9 in play. But yeah, he doesn't block because he's not a creature until he has 3 or more permanents I don't own. So this is a really cool card. It was not played correctly. The next time I played, the second game we played, I used it correctly, and it was pretty epic. And then the beginning of your end step, exile bottom card. That's how I got to be able to do that top bottom thing. So yeah, it's been going pretty good. Again, I think it's really about knowing what your cards do and how to use them, and then timing. And the other fun aspect, because one of the biggest things I was kind of talking about in the first episode of Magic that we were talking about is that like I find it frustrating how much stuff you have to keep track of like in your battlefield, and like trying to keep track of all your cards and stuff and abilities and triggers and all the kind of things. I found on Amazon like a bunch of dice, so like plus and minus dice, menace, haste, vigilance, so that I can kind of like easily, like, yes, I get that there's like ways to do it that's old school or maybe more magic-y, but like this is a minus die is white, positive die is all the positive numbers is black, and then I literally have menace, first strike, and all these different kind of dice that you can put on top of the cards to symbolize what they're doing and what's in play. I just found while I was playing that it just kind of helped me keep track of like all the things on the field. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm very happy with my pre-con that I picked up. And again, now it's kind of like, okay, now what do we do? Do I try a different color? What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to try a different color, or do you want to help me build up my current pre-con, which I feel like we should do first? and help me with adding cards into my current deck that I'm playing, the commander deck, and then or what cards do you guys suggest that I should add to this that would make my deck more kick-ass and frustrating for all of the people I play against. Watching people get pretty frustrated to the fact that I'm stealing all of the cards that they wish they were playing and I'm playing them for free makes me happy inside. Even though my New Year's resolution was to be nicer to people. But not in Magic, so that's the thing. But yeah, it's been a blast. I'm super excited, again, to continue down this journey, learning things. It's fun to learn to see how synergies in my current commander deck is coming along and working off each other. And I think the more I play and the more I understand my own deck, the more I can be a force to be reckoned with in Magic, hopefully. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys think I should add, or is there cards that you would totally put into this that I should add? Let me know in the comments, or if there's something Magic related that you want me to try out or do or see, different colors, commanders. Yeah, let me know. The other thing I just found out as well is that MagicCon is coming to Chicago, which is where I'm based, end of February, so I'm going to try to go, which will be really fun. As a newbie Magic player, it just would be a good time. So that'll be something to look out for come February that I might be doing with some friends. So yeah, but let me know in the comments again, cards that you think I should add to my deck, or what you want to see Magic-wise. I'm TableTopVibes. This has been my second episode of Magic the Gathering, the journey that we're on of me learning and growing in my skills as a Magic player. So, thanks for watching. I'll check you guys next time.